larky, and larky is root word lark, like a bird. So someone who is a bit more adventurous or can be off the cuff in just like, all right, I'll instigate some fun.
Resilient.
I'm super weird. I mean, I don't know if it's necessarily society standards that I'm weird. It's just that I like to think I'm weird.
Sensitive, but that comes with a lot of negative connotations. I mean, I guess vulnerable. Yeah, vulnerable.
Softness. Gentility. Empathy. Well, women always treat me like people first. I don't feel like I'm going to be taken advantage of in that way, regardless if they were attracted to me or not.
Femininity. I don't think that's something that should be just women. I think femininity, a lot of the reason that we have these issues in our society is because women are afraid to be masculine and men are afraid to be feminine. And the most beautiful people I know as just human beings are the people who are androgynous, not in their looks necessarily, but just in their personality, that aren't afraid to cross boundaries between gender roles. But that is my favorite part about being a woman, is that my femininity is allowed and it's encouraged.
We're always right.
I think I have license to, I mean, it's what we're encouraged to be anyways, to be more considerate or to read between the lines or to understand nuances and understand things that are unsaid or things in the world that aren't just so blatant.
Actually did get told Smile yesterday. Literally when he told me, I was just like a nice guy, like looks like a guy that would be one of my friends probably, because I wasn't in a headspace where I wanted to smile at all. I apologized for it in a way that was like, oh, I was just zoning out. I've always felt like I was not allowed to take up space, and I don't know if that's something that I've been told. I think more so it's that when I have been bold, I've been put down.
Love your body is one of the ones that I'm like, I don't need you to tell me how to feel. Where they just assume that you don't love your body because you complain about it. No, I can complain about it because it is my body.
Smile for me. You are my blank insert. Being referenced when I'm being greeted, being referenced as about my appearance. So I had to tell somebody that I saw very often, who only addressed me as hi beautiful, or hi cutie, regardless, never spoke my name, but only ever could address me as something regarding my appearance. I had to say publicly in front of like a lot of people that he knows, because that was just the situation we were in. I had to say like, don't address me by my appearance. You can literally only say hi Mel.
I think that we're still so geared to, if you're going to talk about sexism, if you're going to talk about the realities of being a woman, and if you happen to be talking to a guy about it, I feel like the end of the conversation is ultimately to be like, but no, you're good, you're fine, I like you don't do any of that. But ultimately it's kind of, why do my energies end up having to ultimately being spent placating a guy? Guys don't give a shit and they don't actually really participate. Or if they do participate, it's so that they can get brownie points for like, look how evolved I am. And it's like, man, that's not really it. Like, I hope that you're doing some good work when you're sitting amongst your guy friends. I won't be there to witness it, and I don't have to be there to witness it, but like, just be sure, like, while you're like holding like this like feminist badge, that you're actually doing it with your bros and not just in front of me for some like points. Sometimes I really do relish and I still feel like an 8-year-old, like in a pretty dress, and if someone calls me pretty, I really feel like I've received like the highest blessing, or like the highest like, hey lady, you did your job today, you did what is expected of you. I'm not thinking literally, oh, I did what was expected of me, but it feels that precious, or it feels that good. And then at the same time, I don't know, man. Why is that like, why do we always have to compound she's intelligent, so beautiful? I feel like everyone has to slip that in there, because if you don't mention it, you're essentially saying that someone's ugly.
Honestly, been praised a lot for being smart. For being smart and driven. The people who tell me I'm beautiful and I'm pretty are my best friends. And I don't believe them. I mean, I believe them when it's a time when I know that they're telling me I'm beautiful and they're not talking about my looks. When my best friends will just be like, you're beautiful, I love you so much, things like that, because I know they're not just talking about my outward appearance. But it is in times when I'm feeling insecure and doubtful with all of the stress of college and being in a body that feels very foreign. I've had friends who have opened up to me and be like, you're beautiful, like you're not as big as you think you are. And I'm like, great, I don't believe a damn thing you're saying, because you love me and you're gonna think I'm beautiful no matter what. So that's really hard as a woman. It's more so the people that care about me and that I trust the most that use those words in that way.
Recently, I was told, oh, you look so good, you look so pretty, because I lost weight. Prior to that, when they used, you're so beautiful, it was because they wanted me to lose weight. And they weren't, rude about it. They were just like, you're so beautiful, we want you to be beautiful. We think you're beautiful, but there's that but. When I get told that I'm pretty, like most recently, or that I'm beautiful, it makes me feel like I did a good job, but at what cost? Just to be called beautiful by this, by my family, when there are a slew of other people that would think I'm beautiful no matter what.
Yeah, I kind of like it. I mean, I definitely like it. Like, I like attention, and if I'm close with that person and I have a deep relationship with that person, that it has nothing to do with my body, or that's like, if I have a close relationship with that person and they have not objectified me in the past to an extent, like, I'm probably gonna be flattered by it. I mean, anything that somebody says to me, if it feels genuine and it is positive, that thing is gonna feel good.
Do what makes you happy, no matter how small or large it is. If it makes you happy, do it.
Be bold, embrace your vulnerability, surround yourself with people who can support your growth as a human being, and don't be afraid to cross lines that society has put.
Place yourself first. Be kind to yourself. Don't compromise.
Be around other women that elevate you in your work, in the things that you're supposed to be here for. And whether they're female or male, just be around other people that elevate you. Give a lot of love to those people. They're really important. They're the most important people. You don't have to smile when somebody tells you to smile. Don't do that.